Hi everyone, welcome back to Infinity Wealth. We hope you enjoyed the last video.
Yeah, and this is the second part of the first video that we've recorded on raising finance.
Yeah.
And in this video, we're going to be talking more about exactly the different. So we've talked about the different ways to raise finance. Now it's how to improve your chances of raising those finances, what we can do. And the way I do it, Martin, is I've got some things listed down here, some things that people have sent us, but some popular things.
Yeah.
And I'll ask you about them, and you tell us, especially from your experience as well, what you think of these. Now, this is actually personally for myself the first one, and I think it's important for people to be, first of all, like we said before, is having some sort of approach, having some sort of face or brand when they, especially approaching investors, and also having some experience.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Okay, look, you have to start from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
So it is a case of brand development.
Yeah.
But above all, it's the rapport that you have with the investor.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Most people forget that property is a people's game.
Yeah.
And it's the rapport that you have with the investor. You're only going to work with people that you like. You're not just going to work with anyone. So it's getting that initial setup. People worry about, well, where am I going to get the money on? I often say, listen, first of all, work on the deal.
Yeah.
Right? If you happen to find a deal while you're still, that's great.
Yeah.
You can get the investor. But you're always looking for the potential angel investors.
Yeah.
So what we'll talk about in this video as well is how you can get those potential investors. Where would you go? Where
would you go and find them? Okay, super. So another thing that, actually this ties into it is the next thing, and is something that's traditionally been done for quite a lot of businesses is networking.
Yeah.
Now, networking is obviously a way where traditionally before where people can go, speak, and especially for people starting out in property investment, potentially find investors. But how are some of the ways that now networking has changed, but also the kind of approach that people really should be taking in these sessions?
Yeah, that's one of the questions that I'm asked most. And that's something that does really infuriate me, because there's a lot of courses out there that tell you to go about networking. Then they ask you to create this JV document, right?
Yeah.
And it's invariably, when you go to a network meeting, you can tell all the newbies, you can tell all the inexperienced people, because they seem to bring a little proposal under their arm.
Right.
That's not the way to approach it.
Yeah.
First and foremost, go to networking to build up your network.
Yeah.
Right. I often say, if you're going to a network for JVing people, you may be unlucky, because there's lots of people trying to do the same thing.
Yeah.
So you've got to learn to fish in different ponds, basically, right? In different ponds where you've got a greater chance that there's not as many property investors in that area. So I think networking is great. Don't get me wrong. I think everyone should go, because you're constantly, in life, you're always learning. I think if you stop learning, or you think you know it all, it's going to be a big problem for you, right? Everyone is constantly learning. So I think networking is great, but don't go necessarily for networking. The best way to approach networking is when you go, meet people, interact with people, create a sort of brand. People get to know you.
Yeah.
If you've got a deal, don't show it to them there.
Yeah.
Take them for a coffee.
Yeah.
Right. The best thing to do is to say to them, listen, maybe you might be interested, but or another way of doing it is, listen, I've got a couple of projects that I'm working on. I wouldn't mind your opinion. That person could have a lot more experience than you, and you could just be asking for an opinion. You could go over coffee. You could discuss it. And you could just say, well, look, this is what I've found. What do you think? And if it's a cracking deal, he may actually come back to you.
Yeah.
Right? He or she may come back to you and say, well, actually, can you tell me? Or that's something I could be really interested in.
Yeah.
Okay. That's networking. Now we'll go on to other events.
So we had to stop the video there because this happened.
Right.
Pause.
And it didn't happen once, it happened twice.
A lot of you people, your viewers, was...
That's twice it's happened, isn't it?
And actually, it continued happening, so we couldn't record any longer on that day. because we got told that the fire alarm tests were going to happen until late. So we had to stop the recording there. But don't worry, because I'm going to continue this part of the video and go over the last few points, which will round up this Raising Finance series. So the next point that we're going to go on to, again, this is improving your chances of raising finance. We've already spoken about the different ways to raise finance. These are the last few points that me and Martin were going to discuss, but I will go through about improving your chances of raising finance. Now, the next point that was going to be mentioned was making yourself known. Now, this is a huge part of improving your chances. The reason why, simply put, how many people know what you're doing? How many people know that you're looking to raise finance for property investments? Do your friends know? Do your family know? Do your neighbors know? Do people in your street know? How are you going to get across to these people? Well, basic examples would be get a leaflet together. Maybe start giving out leaflets in your local area. Maybe start giving out leaflets in areas you know where there might be some cash, where people might be looking to get a better return on their money. On that leaflet, get it designed and then get just basic information about what you do, maybe a slight summary of your past experience and what you're offering. And maybe it can just say, look, let's just have a call on the leaflet. You got to try your chances, but it's making yourself know. It's ensuring that loads of people know. Well, not loads, nearly everybody knows that what you do, because it's a numbers game. It's going to improve your chances of getting people interested and getting you a partner to work with in order to raise finance. Another great way is social media. Now, content is very important now, and as we're transitioning, where a lot of businesses are transitioning onto the online stage. So that's being active on Facebook, having a website, being active on Instagram, posting content out, which could get you clients, which could not necessarily just get you clients, but also make other people know what you do. So even if it's friends or family that you don't get to talk to, you can follow them, they'll follow you back. If you're posting out content saying, look, this is what we do, these are the kind of projects we have, this is what we're looking for, you will get interest, and you will start seeing that people are interested in what you want to do. You're just trying a different way in order to get your message across. Again, your basics: go out, speak to people in the pub, on the train. You don't know who you come across. It's a numbers game at the end of the day. But the most important part is making yourself known. Make sure that everyone that you come across knows exactly what you're doing. So the next point is branding. Now this ties into what I was talking about in the previous point, which is the social media part. It's about getting your message across. But branding more specifically goes a bit of a step further, and an important step as well. Branding is your face of your company or you as an individual. Now, it's really important to get this in place. So branding includes your logo, business cards, leaflets, brochures, websites, etc. So let's take brochures, for example, or an investment proposal, should I say. If you're going into a meeting with an investor, with a potential investor, maybe someone you've never met, and you're going to give him an example of different property deals you've either done or property deals that you're looking at doing, and the numbers of those property deals and ROIs and all the good stuff, and also all the stuff he has to be aware of, such as exit strategies. Having this in a basic, plain Word document that is just words and words and numbers is going to put your investor off. And having this information known to him is the most important part of that meeting. He needs to come away with the right information, whether he takes that investment proposal or not. Now, having this not only designed or having it in a way where it's branded with your company, first of all, gives you a great reputation. It gives confidence in the investor that you know what you're doing. The brochure is branded. It's got your company logo on it. It's got your website. It's got your email address. It's got your telephone number. If he has any questions, he can take that brochure away, have a look at it. He can go onto your website. He can see your history. He can see what you're about. He can see your company objectives and if it aligns with his investment strategy. He can book another call. He can do so many things. I'm saying he. I should really be saying they could do. It could be a he or a she. So apologies for that. But they could do so many things just by having that one brochure branded, or having a website up, or having a business card. It's so important. I think the most important part that I want to stress is the credibility. If I give you an example, if you went onto a website which was made in 2000 compared to a website that was made in 2018, there's a big difference that you can tell. You trust instantly a company that has a more up-to-date website design. And actually it's around 73%, between 73 and 75% of people put trust in companies that have good designs. Whether that's websites, whether that's brochures. It shows the effort that you're putting in just to get your brand across, get your message across. And again, it's getting your message across effectively. And that's what it's going to help you do. So whether you're looking at, whether you're looking at raising money, or whether you're looking at just getting a presence online, whether you're looking at getting more clients, or whatever it is, it's an important part of the business process. Again, being online is just as important part of the process. As I mentioned in the previous points, being on social media and putting that content out. But yeah, that's about it on that point. And I own a design company. And we also specialize in the real estate industry, so we know this industry inside out and how to help people. So if you need any help, if you need help with anything, whether it's leaflets, brochures, logos, business card, etc., send us an email at info@infinitywealth.me and we'll be more than happy to help you out. Now this one is quite straightforward, but it could be the most important one of all of these points. And it's a mixture of improving your chances of raising finance and also just doing something that's going to help you big time, even protect you. That is having the right paperwork, the right legal documents in place. Now, there's two parts to this. There's part one, which of course it can help you improve chances of raising finance. If you've done deals before and you're going to a new investor and you've had agreements in place, it could be a defining factor for them to know that you're doing things properly, to know that they feel protected, especially if it's an investor who doesn't really know anything about the industry, which is what you also want to be aiming for. So, helping investors and helping potential JV partners to be able to have that paperwork in place and say, hey, look, this is what we're asking for in terms of investment. This is how you're protected. These are the terms. We can agree to these terms and get these written down by solicitors. Again, a disclaimer, we're not financial or legal advisors, so please get your own financial and legal advice. We're just telling you things from our experience and knowledge and sharing it with you so you can go and take the right action, and most importantly, protect yourself and protect the investor. Because at the end of the day, you want a good relationship. You want to be able to continue investing with this investor. That should be your goal. You want to be able to keep providing them with the return, and you want to be able to keep expanding your business. So make sure that those things are in place. It's a very, very important part of any business, of any raising finance, deals, anything, any part of business. Really important to have that paperwork in place. Again, it doesn't matter if it's your brother or your sister or your dad or your mum that's lending you money. Please have those in place regardless of who they are. So the last point in this Raising Finance series is having confidence in yourself. Now, this is really important to have confidence in not only yourself as an individual, your numbers, the deals you're presenting, the past projects that you've had, the objectives of you and your company. It's so important to have that confidence when going into these meetings of you, your company, and potentially anything that the investor could ask. Now, it's hard to do that if you haven't had any experience. Of course, this takes experience. This takes 1, 2, 3 meetings to be able to know what the investors may ask, what are repeated questions that they may ask you as an investor, and what kind of things might put you off, what kind of things that you then need to be confident about going in to the next meeting. So it comes with experience indeed. Now, another great way is getting a mentor or a coach or somebody that's had that experience to be able to teach you, to be able to guide you into be able to improve your confidence in approaching these investors, improve your confidence in pitching your business. So it's really important part of being able to improve your chances of raising finance is being able to have that confidence. And again, experience is the key thing here. We want you to have so much confidence in going into these meetings, in being able to represent you, yourself, your company properly in order to be able to improve your chances of raising that finance. Again, at Infinity Wealth, we're all about results. That's what we want. We want you to achieve these results. So we're trying to do everything possible to educate you, to improve your chances. This is all a numbers game. You need to be trying these things. You need to be doing all of these things in order to improve your chances of raising finance. Okay, so that's a wrap on the Raising Finance two-part video series. Now, we've got a workshop coming up to round up this whole Raising Finance series. So obviously video 1 was about different ways of raising finance. Video 2 was about improving your chances of raising finance. And the workshop is going to round it up, which is going to be about JV finance in particular. Now, in order to book your space, head over to www.infinitywealth.me, head over to the workshop section and book your space. It's completely free. And in order to qualify for it, you have to just send us a screenshot of you sharing our content on any social media page. So whether it's Instagram, whether it's Facebook, or whether it's any other social media page, you just send us a screenshot and we'll get your place confirmed. Seats are limited, so it is on a first come, first served basis. But apart from that, we just want to thank you. Me and Martin honestly want to thank you so much for tuning into the content. We hope you're enjoying it. If there's any recommendations that you have for topics, for things that you want us to produce content for, please do let us know. Again, you can email us at info@infinitywealth.me, or you can contact us on Messenger, on Facebook, or any way that's easiest for you. And we will try to produce that content. But I hope you're buzzing from this video series. I hope your creative mind is switched on, and I hope you're going to go out there and again start taking action. If you need any additional help, we're here to help. Honestly, just give us a shout. The last thing I'm going to check off with is, of course, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn the notifications on. You'll be notified every time we upload new content. But apart from that, thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, again, let us know. If not, we'll see you in the next video. Take care.